Is this the most scathing Yelp review ever in the history of Yelp reviews? Well, Tituss Burgess, a.k.a. Titus Andromedon from the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix, might have just achieved the pinnacle of most scathing Yelp reviews. He hired a moving company, and when they didn't show up. And I clearly am not prepared because I had to go through all those pages. They didn't show up when they said they would, and he wrote the following Yelp review. Here are some excerpts from it. My name is Tituss Burgess. I'm an Emmy-nominated actor for the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, currently streaming on Netflix. That's besides the point, but watch it. He called someone. They were unprofessional. They're the most unprofessional workers I've ever dealt with. I called this man this morning. We chatted. He said he would come move my couch at 1 p.m., which was the time I requested. 1:30, still no movers. I called back, and he says, I'll give you a discount. I said, okay. He said, but you have to post the review on a Yelp. I said, when you complete the job, I'll complete the review. For the following, I have the entire text exchange saved. He texts saying no review, no show, blah, 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 45 minutes, 9 times he called. Do not use this company. I'm going to post this to Twitter, to my Instagram, and to my Facebook. You messed with the wrong queen. Hashtag Frank's Express. Hashtag I gotcha. Hashtag Liza Minnelli. Hashtag I'm going to make a video about you because of the deep anger I feel. Hashtag do not threaten me, I will win. And then underneath it says, like, was this review useful, funny, cool? But I want to know your thoughts, 5 words or less.
Messed with the wrong queen.
Yas queen. Basic. So basic that I said that.
This is 1 star's review. You think about it?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Nope,
yeah,
not
no.
good. Not
Felt
good.
it. Felt
Like I tried, but then in the middle I bailed on it.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't as good as I thought
I
it was.
bailed on my Yas queen. Because I think this story, it's hard to condense it to 5 words or less because it's just pretty juicy. You know these movers had no idea who he was, you know, and that he had this reach that he obviously has from an Emmy-nominated show, and that everyone loves Tituss's character, who's named after him. Like the character was written for him. And I would love to see the face on Frank's Express workers when they realize that their scam was foiled. Totally foiled, because you don't write a review before you have the goods and services.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people, when I go, there's a place like around the corner from here that they'll say, we'll give you a discount if you write a good review. And it's like, that's not what Yelp's about. Yelp's about me giving you my honest review. I don't like when there's a possibility out there that people are being bribed with discounts like this one seems to have.
That makes me question how good it really is.
Yeah. But it's crazy.
I don't use Yelp a lot.
You don't use Yelp a lot?
No.
Do you ever like source opinions from other places to like figure out if you want to go someplace or not? Like let's say you're in a new town and you want to find a restaurant. How do you find like a good place to eat? Siri.
Also, yeah, because I think you can
Don't
check
panic.
the stars on Google is pretty decent with the stars. Yelp, it's hard to trust because people only write reviews on Yelp if they loved it or if they hated it. So you don't really tell what the sort of the median baseline level of service you're going to get from whatever you're reviewing because no one's like, I had a fine time with this place because no one goes to that effort because you're just if you hire someone or if you go to a restaurant you're supposed to have a good experience and you only write about it if it was bad or if something really over the top amazing happened. So Yelp is kind of hard to trust, but I actually have been reviewed on Yelp and it was positive.
Wait, reviewed for what?
When I was a barista.
When you were a barista, what did they say about you?
They liked me and they hated everything else about the restaurant, but they did say my name. They were like, this restaurant is terrible, we hated it, it sucked. However, we don't want to throw Grace under the bus because she was very nice and she talked to us for a long time. And I was like, that is definitely the Grace that I am. So.
Have you ever written Yelp reviews, any of you?
Nope.
No?
No.
I have.
You have? Good or bad?
Really? Bad ones.
About like restaurants or
about
services?
The one around the corner. I was like, these people bribe you with positive reviews, and I don't like myself after at all. I'm like, I don't know, and I find myself writing things that like reveal how terrible I am. Like, they put hot meat on cold lettuce, so it's a warm salad. Why would you do something like that?
No, that is actually, that would bother me though. Hot meat.
Yeah, but like I read it and I just wrote that down. I wrote those words. They put, how dare they?
Like
the world must know. There's hot meat and cold salad.
Okay, but my question about, I need to know more about this salad. Was it like hamburger meat that they crumbled on the salad?
Like, listen,
how gross was this?
It's like a chicken
I was going to say chicken,
salad. And it's like, why
Hot?
don't you should have cold chicken? It's
Yeah.
the cold chicken and the cold salad.
That
I
doesn't
would have
make
written a
sense.
review,
I don't
too.
even eat that kind of salad, and that just doesn't make sense to me.
It didn't make sense to me, so I went on Yelp and I was just so
Clearly,
mean.
we're very honest.
I don't like that. I yell at customer service people sometimes.
Wait, in person?
No, like on the
Okay.
phone. I don't yell
feel like-
at them. I yell at how annoying the process is. Like, I know you're a person, but there's something wrong with your
The
with your
system is
system.
broken.
And I just don't like myself at all after. A lot of people say, like, if you're upset, you should just share it with people. Like, get it out
I
there.
have different types of like when I'm angry or frustrated, I either get like super internal, I'm like going to spontaneously combust because of how angry I am, or I'm like super yelly. If I'm like annoyed, I just like throw things and I'm just annoyed.
Does it depend on how comfortable you are with the people?
No.
No, it's just
So it
completely
could-
random.
so it
Yeah,
could
so
have
you
been.
don't know. Oh, that's great.
No. It'll be like, example, airports. If like someone's
Yes.
Yeah. If someone's like not being like nice, like you know how those airport customer service
Yes.
people, they're always so mean. They're just so mean.
We're just trying to get from point A to point B, and
I
we
know.
need to talk to you.
and they're like, they're like, you know what they're like? Have you ever seen Monsters?
Monsters
Inc?
Inc. Yes.
Yeah, the lady.
Johnny
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we can't help you. It's not a bad impression, Grace.
That is-
Add that to the reel. Not bad.
Grace just wrote a Yelp review of herself right
Yeah.
now, by
Not
the way.
bad.
Did.
It's amazing. Don't write any reviews of this show. Just subscribe to us.
And?
And I don't know. There's something else I was trying to remember. Oh,
What was
vote
it?
for
Teen
Chloe.
Choice.
Now, how do we do it?
You go onto Fox Now app or teenchoice.com, or you can go onto Twitter and tweet hashtag teenchoice.
Chloe!
I'm sorry. You go onto Twitter and you tweet hashtag teenchoice, hashtag choice dancer at Chloe Lukasiak.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Crushed it.
Great.
So good. Teen Choice Dancer. Once and future Teen Choice Dancer, Chloe Lukasiak. Thank you so much for joining us, right?
Thank you for having me.
Come back whenever. And we'll see you guys next time on Pop Trigger.